There is this popular saying, it's not the destination, it's the journey. In this particular video, I'm taking an unorthodox approach to it, and I say the journey is much as good as the destination. It's a good morning, really good morning, 7 a.m. and as you can see, the sun is already coming out. Actually, by 6:40 it was already coming out. I'm in the eastern part of Uganda, Mbale district. So I'm all packed up for my trip. I have pretty much stuff inside here, a bit disorganized, but you can't be so organized on such a trip because you're having a lot of things going into your mind. What gear, what specific camera am I going to use on this particular kind of shirt? What clothes am I going to wear during this trip? There is a lot of planning that's involved in traveling, but you figure it out as and when you're moving. I have faint memories of my childhood, as far back as a 2-year-old, although my family always chooses to differ. One such memory that triggers me is that of a brownish grainy ground with tall grasses that danced with the wind at the place where we lived. As a grown-up, I concluded that it was the savanna grasslands, and until this day, this memory brings me sweet nostalgia. I am therefore with 2 others taking a road trip farther east to the places that are reminiscent of my childhood and share with you what we find along the way.
I am joined on this beautiful trip by my brother Ben and also a photographer friend Asen. And I think they are interesting people to travel with, as we shall see on the way. A really good combination.
Kotido is our destination for this drive, and there are a couple of routes leading there. We chose to take the least traveled yet most scenic one.
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
1, 2, 3, 4.
We are currently driving through Sironko town. Like you see, it is on lowland, but most of Sironko district is highland. And people here thrive on subsistence farming, growing food for their own consumption. But also commercially, they grow coffee because coffee grows best in highland areas of Bugisu. And specifically, it's Arabica coffee. You can see a backdrop of Mount Elgon, and as Asen describes, it is artistic, crafted by nature. We are driving into Muyembe town. It is the last town before you touch the dirt road on the route that we are using to go to Karamoja. Why we stop in Muyembe town is we have to pick some refreshments because the area where we are driving to is a bit humid, it's semi-arid, and we shall need to be hydrated.
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
Is a space that creates your horizon.
Well, your mind is a space that creates the horizon.
Your mind is a space that creates your horizon.
Well, your mind is a space that creates your horizon.
Say, why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
Why would you look outside yourself?
I am walking through Muyembe corner. It is the last center before you touch a dirt road that leads to Karamoja region. There are about 3 different routes that go to our destination, which is Kotido. I see people are curious here. And I chose this specific route because I have ever passed here about 5 years ago and I thought it is scenic. You're seeing mountain backdrops, you're seeing good savanna grasslands, but also isolated towns. And for me, that gives me the sense of I am somewhere serene.
Say, why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world
Say, why would you look outside yourself when you have all of
Pian Upe Game Reserve is one of Uganda's less visited parks and well along the route we took. So this was our opportunity to soak up the views within. Before we could fully drive out of park territory, we were met with a mind-blowing scene, at least for myself, Ben and Asen.
We are in the middle of Pian Upe Game Reserve and we have stumbled upon a huge herd of cattle. Maybe it's not a single herd, maybe it's many different herds with thousands and thousands of cattle, and I mean thousands in every sense of that word. There are many Karamoja herders who are taking care of these cattle, and maybe there is one for every 100 of them. They are crossing the road and there are still more coming over this side. It's like a cattle migration of sorts. This is a sight to behold. I think Uganda is very beautiful and we've not yet explored even. I think every individual, by the time they die, they have not explored more than 50% of their country.
50?
50?
50 is too much. People do just under even 20.
Yeah. And Dasen was talking about the point of our teachers not telling us enough or miscommunicating.
Yeah, I think they could have sold to us our country a little bit better than
They
they
undersold.
did. Right? Yeah, because they were teaching us, there was a bit of geography and social studies, right? Where they would break down the country and its districts and its eastern region, western region, then talk about tourism. But then they wouldn't tell you enough to tell you that, this is mountain. What do you call this mountain that we are?
Kadam. Mountain Kadam.
I can't recall Mountain Kadam.
Yeah.
But they could have maybe, said these are the key interesting features about Mountain Kadam and then, some pictures so that someone has something to anticipate.
Yeah.
Yes.
We used to hear Chepsikunya. Today we just passed Chepsikunya. And indeed it looks beautiful, but when we were studying map interpretation, we were not told about the beauty, we were told coordinates and what. So
now when you come out here, experience the world, you get to see things, get to rub shoulders with cattle herders. For example, here in Karamoja, we used to learn about, say, the environment. Me, I thought Karamoja was a real desert, only to find savanna vegetation,
Something strange about looking through the viewfinder.
what's that?
It's like, like on the DSLRs where you could adjust from somewhere around here and get that extra thing that works for your eye. I think it's just the glass,
clarity,
something like that, but it's not here. Yeah. But it's okay.
something. It's called the sharpness.
The sharpness, yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. I think this should do anyway. Okay. Yeah. We're
You
good
happy
to-
about what you've gotten?
Yes, I am. Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Our trip was so far all fun and stories, but it was never going to be all smooth. We had a situation.
But it is good that you are disciplined. Otherwise, if you had not stopped, you are not going to cross in front there. Here, every I
Please,
think every
communication.
300 meters, you get a checkpoint.
We've had an episode
Just so crazy.
where we were intercepted by security. So we were intercepted by security, and allegedly we had captured videos of prisoners. So we had to turn back, drive for about 10 minutes to the prison. And while inside there, I was, to be honest, I was nervous going inside there. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
I knew we were not going to be in any sort of trouble because I was sure I had not captured any video of prisoners. But I also knew there was a small portion of my video that captured. Yeah.
And on the way,
After I had started capturing a short video.
not something we prepared
Yeah,
for.
it's not something we intended to do. I don't know how you guys felt. Were you nervous? What were you thinking?
Like a real range of emotions. Like there was that tension. What if they find something? Like, you know, there's other things that are unintentional.
I was about sure that we didn't have anything wrong, but also I'm very happy that the officers were very understanding, and even the one who intercepted us while we were going back to prison was understanding, and he was explaining to us why he intercepted us. So I think kudos to them. We deleted the only clip where there was a yellow, very unnoticeable, very subtle, but yeah, we had to delete it, and out we are.
Well, it is something which happens, but you know, the biggest challenge with us when we find such challenges is to want to show you that we are in the right, trying to create argument. The most important thing is humble yourself, listen to what they are saying, understand them, don't be argumentative. It never serves your interests to argue with security people anywhere, be it traffic, be it what. Never argue, just listen to them, listen what they are saying, and now it is after they have made their case against you that you give a shot at making an explanation. Personally, I do not enjoy being ushered into prison. No, police I can go, but once you begin opening multiple layers of doors and you lead me inside, that's where my
I felt a little bit also locked up.
I'm like, now the guys like, can I have your phones? They kept the phone. Then we go to another door. I'm like, hey, where is this leading to?
Anyway, glad we are out of it.
Yeah, so we continue our journey, though they have eaten into the time.
40 good minutes.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, here we go. That doesn't take away the beauty of where we are.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place, really.
We are in Nakapiripirit town. Very small, huge presence of the Karamoja people. But the culture looks faint, telling from the way people are dressed. But still huge traces of it. And it's upon us now to look for somewhere where we can grab a bite. We've driven around much of Nakapiripirit, but we've only spotted one restaurant. And yeah, we have to turn and go back to that one restaurant we saw. Mostly it is chapati stalls on the roadside. But also I noticed there are decent shops, supermarket style. This is the only trace of a restaurant that we have found while in Nakapiripirit, and it's called Bamburi Food Bank Restaurant. They do deliveries. If you're in Kampala, you can order deliveries. So here we are. Ah, we met a Karamojong friend who can speak Luganda.
Ejoka.
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 Ejoka, eh?
Go Ejoka. Nenda mu Ejoka no.
Ah, it's like it has some element
Ateso.
of Ateso.
Ateso comes from
Ateso. Ah.
Ejoka.
Here people speak Ateso.
The same.
It is the same. Karamoja and Ateso are the same.
Ah,
Buza.
Agwebuza.
Ejoka.
Ejoka noi.
Ejoka.
Will you manage?
Yeah. All.
Well, you will head it fast.
We like you. Ah, yeah.
This is one person.
One person.
One person.
Go.
You bring mine and this.
Ah, yeah. This is all mine. 3 plates, posho alone, rice alone, beef alone. The food bank has one denomination. How do you say eat well?
Kimoja jok.
Eh?
Kimoja jok.
Kimuja job.
Kimoja jok.
Ah, kimuja job. Kimuja job. Nakapiripirit has been nice to us. We've had a good meal. This is the ultimate sign that I've eaten something, eh? To speak. Right, so we head to Moroto now. Moruto. They pronounce it Moruto. Moruto.
In my travel experience, it has been routine to see people take long journeys, but never seizing the opportunity to soak in what's on the way to their destinations. Yes, we have plans for the places we visit, but in between there and where we start, there are many, maybe even more beautiful things to see, more exciting stories to discover, even more life lessons to learn.
Evening time, we have arrived Kotido town. It's a little beautiful town. Dirt roads. I only saw one tarmac road, but yeah, it's a beautiful place. The people here are very welcoming. I loved that so much. And we are staying at that hotel right there. It's called Dirona Hotel. It has nice rooms. By the standards of even some hotels or lodges in Kampala, I think it's really good and will be comfortable in there. And the journey has been very beautiful. I have enjoyed every bit of it. I have seen nice landscapes. We traveled a less traveled route, and less traveled places for sure have some of the best parks to serve. And we were happy, we were all satisfied with whatever we saw. I highly recommend that when you're going to certain places, if you are not in a rush, explore. Go use other alternative routes. See what you can find there. See you in the next one.